Let's work our way through the game. Started brightly, first 6-7 minutes. Mansfield Town dominating both possession and territory, and then Jake Spate pops up with 3 great goals.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. I mean, we knew they'd come in and play 4-5-1 and obviously sit behind the ball, but I felt we started bright and we kept possession well, and we were bright and got down the sides of, I imagine Steve Burr had the same, well I know he did because I heard his voice at half time, the same equations that I had to put up with. The spine of your defence was breached too many times, and that's not good enough.
Just mentioning Jake Spates, a first half hat-trick, they don't come around very often, but it's testament, isn't it, to the ability that boy has.
Oh, I mean, that's why I brought him to the football club, and I know that he's got that ability. He's fast, he's dynamic, and certainly today he's hit the target, which I'm very pleased with.
I just want to clarify something with you with Jake Spate. Jake Spate's come out tonight and said he hasn't been offered anything by the football club to stay here next season. Can you just bring us up to date whether Jake Spate will be a Mansfield Town player next season?
You've caught me on the yacht there, to be honest. I think I better leave the comment for now, to be honest. As I say, we've got a clause on Jake for next season, and I intend to engage that, and certainly he's aware of that, so you caught me a little bit by surprise, to be honest.
From your perspective though, he is in your plans for the next campaign?
Of course, 100%. He's got to be. He's a player that the Field Mill faithful have taken to him. They see what he brings. That's why I brought him to the club, and I hope that Jake stays with me for a long time. I've got as a manager, you've got a tremendous relationship with your players, and Jake's one of them that I brought out of non-league, and I'd like to feel it was a good job bringing him here.
Performances like that, they will attract interest from clubs, maybe in higher divisions. It may be battle now to keep him wanted.
That's another day. As I say, at the moment, the boy is going home with a match ball, and I'm very, very pleased for him tonight. So that's another equation. If we get a phone call about any player, again, we're a conference side, and ultimately, if an offer came in that was suitable to me and to the chairman, then we'd evaluate that.
Let's come back onto the game now. It's half time, you're leading 3-0. What do you say to your players at half time?
Focus. I wanted them to go out like it was 0-0 and keep working hard. But unfortunately, certain players today have switched off at the wrong times. Give credit to Kidderminster. They took the rollicking they got at half time and responded very well. But too many defensively. Andy Burgess, I'm not going to make excuses. He's not a left back by a long shot, and that shows that today. But I haven't got a recognised left back at the club, so Burge has gone in there, so I'm not going to be too harsh on him. Although he got done for the first goal, that was the impetus. That gave them the impetus to get back into the game. But then I'm still looking at the heart of my defence, and I think that sums up, to be honest, David, where we've been lacking all season. And I've got to, we've got to remedy that, and we will do, because I'm not putting up with letting goals in like we've done today. It's not been just today for me. I look at things, and I want to go home tonight and reflect. But them goals that we've conceded have been very, very poor and soft goals, and our 2 centre halves were missing second half.
12 goals, in 6 games is the stat that your side have conceded in recent weeks. For the Kidderminster goals, okay, 2 of them were fantastic strikes, but just too much time and possession given to those players.
Yeah, that's right, and I think the texture was that they just didn't engage at the right times, and they were too far apart. They didn't play as a partnership, the 2 centre halves. But that's not just about them. The whole team defended. It's the areas that we've said prior to this game. So it's not just about today. We've been too loose defensively, and that's something that shows in the statistics. And every player, whether it's a winger or a full-back or a centre half, must be stronger defensively. And I felt at 3-0 up, everyone was coasting. Everyone was very happy, and shows you can't let your guard down.
In a nutshell, would this performance sum up Mansfield Town season? First half showing bright spells, looking threatening in front of goal, taking those goals, and then in the second half, defensive lapses have cost you ultimately.
Yeah, I think there's some way towards that, definitely, and it's been too apparent, and I'm not happy about it. But that will be changing. We'll be working extremely hard with what we've got here, and hopefully putting I think the mental approach today was you've got to change that.
Finally, David, a message to those Mansfield Town fans that came here today to support your club. There was the traditional pitch invasion at the end. I saw 1 or 2 people coming up and shaking your hand. There was a positive feel, even if it was a disappointing result.
Yeah, disappointing because of the mannerism. I think if you're 3-0 down and you come back to win to draw 3-all, you go away with a real lift. But it's a reminder, and we need to evaluate it. But no, thank you for the fans. They came on. There was a very supportive messages from the people on the side that ran on, and I'm grateful for that. But likewise, you can rest assured that I'm certainly not happy now when I go home tonight because I want so much more.
It's a question next that I don't know if you'll be able to answer, but if you could sum this season up in 3 words, what would they be? To put you on the spot again.
I don't know.
3 words, well done.
There you go, 3 words. I think, realistic. Yeah, we can do better, and we'll do everything we can, and we'll roll our sleeves up and work very hard to challenge better. We must do that, and ultimately players need to learn very quickly. There's a learning curve going on for certain players this season, but I'm tired of keep saying the same things, to be honest.
David, thank you for joining us here today, but also for your time throughout the season. Thank you.
Yeah, likewise, thank you, David.
3-0 up at half time. What on earth was that second half collapse all about?
Not enough strength in the mind, David, and I'm fuming, to be honest. I'm not very happy with the way that certain players have gone out in the second half. Performance was poor defensively, extremely poor.
Did they think they'd win?
They were reminded half time of their jobs, but I also reminded them that I felt that if you don't deal with that first ball, it's clear to see defensively we were inept, certainly inept.
It was a bit sloppy towards the end of the first half as well, to be fair, wasn't it? A lot of balls given away in your own half in that first half, and the warning signs were there, weren't they?
I reminded my 2 centre-halves at half-time of their duties, and there was too many times that Matthews got free on his own when there's 2 of them not doing the job, so communication skills must come into it. And no, I think they got what they deserved, and ultimately they've gone home with a flea in their ear, but I won't be putting up with that anymore.
After such a great start with moments of individual brilliance and ultimate disappointment, it kind of rounds off the season as a whole, doesn't it, this game?
Yeah, it does. It absolutely typifies that we haven't been mentally strong enough, and that's why your Stevenage is at the top of the league, because they know how to win, and they at 3-0 they made the correct decisions. Certain players in our team haven't made the right decisions.
Let's talk about Jake Speight, shall we? Let's get to the other side of it, because 3 goals in the first half. He could have had 5. He was exceptional today, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was exceptional, and I'm delighted for the little man going with the ball. But I know what he can bring, and that's why I brought him to the football club. And I'm delighted that he's shown the faithful here that the type of players that I want, and ultimately it's tremendous for Jake to be recognised.
When we spoke before the game, I told you that Jake might fancy being the leading goal scorer, didn't I? And he managed to overtake him.
Yeah, he did, and he's I'm sure he's a very happy boy. I haven't seen him since the briefing afterwards. So no, I think he's got to be happy with that. His return, and hopefully, if we can get a fully fit Jake Speight from the start of the season, we'll certainly have a player recognisable at the higher parts of the league. But I've got 3 strikers in double figures, and obviously the defensive side is where we've got to improve on.
Will Jake Speight be here next season? He seems in a little doubt about it as this season comes to an end.
Well, it will be in my eyes because I'm the manager of the football club, and I brought him under a contract here, and I'm not going to go into details of contracts, but as far as I'm concerned, yes.
With the amount of goals he's got compared to the minutes he's had on the pitch, and ending the season with I think 8 in the last 9, he's got a hat-trick here today, he's going to be attracting interest from elsewhere. Does that make it more difficult for you to keep him or not?
No, I think Jake's like any player. If you get an offer for a player, you evaluate it. And whilst I'm the manager here, the players have all joined me because Jake, came under my guidance, and I'm delighted to have him here. So, if we receive a bid for him, then obviously we'll evaluate it and obviously make sure that things are done in the right way. But I work closely with the chairman, as you know, and at the moment I haven't had a bid for him, so I'll leave it at that.
End of the season, you finished 9th. How do you assess this campaign?
Could have, should have, and hopefully next season we'll learn from it. I think that we've got to sort out the too many lapses in concentration defensively, and I'm not pleased with that. But that's not just about individual areas, it's about the whole team working as a unit. And second half, I think that summed up why we're not challenging their playoff spot, because we've given away 2 sloppy goals.
Going to be many changes to personnel in the summer, do you think?
I'll work with the chairman on that. We'll wait and see what for future references, and it's another day's comments really. Yeah.
Does work begin on that straight away though, David, or do you leave it a few weeks or what?
No, I've got to work closely with the chairman this summer, and we will do. So it was really all I can say on that.
Great stuff. We look forward to next season. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.